This episode of Techno Buffalo is brought to you by Harry's. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Mark Sangan from Techno Buffalo, and on today's episode of Rumor Roundup, we'll be talking about the iPhone 6s, LG's new Nexus device, and Motorola's Droid Turbo. This is Rumor Roundup. Let's go ahead and get started. It looks like a new Droid device is just around the corner. After sitting out this week's Motorola event, it appears a follow-up to the Droid Turbo is very much in the pipelines. While a lot of the device's big features haven't yet been uncovered, one feature revealed in today's leak suggests that the device will come equipped with wireless charging, which is something that was missing from the new Moto X. Not much else is known about the device, though it does closely resemble last year's Turbo. If it's anything like that device, it'll sport a durable design and a humongous battery. Adding wireless charging to the mix makes the next Droid Turbo a pretty solid phone. One possibility, the Turbo 2, or whatever it will be called, will fill in for the Moto X Play, which isn't coming stateside. However, it would be a bit strange to see Motorola offering a carrier-specific device, assuming it's specific to Verizon after so much talk about unlocked devices. Either way, expect a new Droid device sooner rather than later. Apple's new generation of iPhones likely won't launch until September, but production may be already kicking off. A new report claims the company is ramping up assembly lines for new Force Touch modules to be included in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. According to DigiTimes, which has a somewhat spotty track record with Apple News, the company is expected to produce between 36 and 40 million iPhones this quarter and another 50 million in Q4 of 2015. Force Touch module production apparently started slowly last month, but really picked up in July. Adding Force Touch to iPhones could open up a ton of new possibilities for how iOS works moving forward. On the most basic level, you'll be able to access extra menus by holding down on a screen, but we have a feeling that's just the beginning once developers gain access to the new feature. Apple's also expected to introduce a tougher metal frame to avoid another potential bend gate, along with a new A9 processor and an updated 12-megapixel camera. One recent leak also showed new internal connector cables for the device that could allow for a more compact design, though the exterior design is still unlikely to change very much this year. This week we got a first look at LG's alleged new Nexus phone courtesy of Twitter tipster on leaks. Just like before, the Nexus case features the usual camera and flash cutouts along with a mysterious third circular hole. It's possible this could leave space for a second rear camera, allowing you to shoot 3D footage or edit the focus on photos after taking them. It might also be a fingerprint reader, which we're expecting from the new Nexus after Google announced support for the technology as part of its upcoming Android M release. The leak also reveals a connector port and headphone jack along the bottom of the device, and cutouts for the power and volume buttons on the right-hand side. Finally, it looks like the phone's speakers will be located in front. Of course, it's just as possible these renders are based off incorrect information, so we wouldn't get too excited yet. Based on previous leaks, we're expecting LG's Nexus phone to feature a 5.2-inch display, a 2700 mAh battery, a Snapdragon 808 processor, and run Android M. Rumor has it Google is also working with Huawei on a larger Nexus handset that sports a 5.7-inch frame, a 3500 mAh battery, and a Snapdragon 810 chip. So before we end this video, I want to thank our friends over at Harry's. Shaving can be quite expensive nowadays, but fortunately our friends over at Harry's can hook you up with premium razors at non-premium prices. Their starter kit starts at just $15, and that includes the razor, 3 blades, and your choice of Harry's shave cream or foaming gel. I personally like the gel, it feels nice on my face. As an added bonus, you can get $5 off your first purchase by using the code TECHNO. After using the code, you can also get an entire month of shaving for just $10. We aren't expecting Google to unveil its new Nexus lineup until October, when the company typically reveals the latest version of Android, so that means there's still some time left to finalize the design, but not very much. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Rumor Roundup. Anything that I talked about in this video will be in the links down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and we will see you guys in the next one.